Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming my friend to the podium, the Governor of the great state of Georgia, the Honorable Nathan Deal. Thank you very much, Dr. Keel. Thank you all. Please be seated. It's good to be back in Augusta. Every time I come, we got some good news, and that's always a welcome event. And lest we forget all of those who are standing around in the white coats and their colleagues, thank you to you. You're the ones who are going to make our investments prove to be successful. The doctors and the researchers that are going to be dealing with this very difficult issue. We certainly appreciate this, and we're just pleased that through the public venue, we can support your efforts. Dr. Keel has certainly outlined to you the almost $100 million that was appropriated over 2 fiscal year cycles and the $10.8 million annual endowment for purposes of keeping this facility going in an appropriate manner. He does an excellent job, but it's my fault. I hadn't updated my resume to keep up with our progress. So when he told you that we'd been named the #1 state in the nation for 5 consecutive years, that's true. But about a month ago, we made it the 6th consecutive year of being #1. Well, enough statistics. When we talk about the subject of cancer, it gets very personal to a lot of us. I'm sure many in this audience can relate to what I'm about to tell you. Early this year, Sandra and I found out that she had breast cancer. Now that is normally a diagnosis that sends fear through anyone, through a family unit, especially the individual who has this affliction. Sandra, traditionally, and has proven this to be true, is a great woman of great stature. The only thing negative that came out of her cancer treatments was that she said, I made her stop reading to children in schools. And I did. I said, you know, you're going through chemo and you're going through radiation and you've just had surgery. You don't need to be in young children's presence in a pre-K or up to a 3rd grade. It's a petri dish and your immune system is down pretty good, so you need to stop doing that. She said, you know, if you hadn't made me do that, I'd have reached that 1,000 schools earlier. But the good news on that front is, as of last week, she read to the 1,000th individual school class. And that is something that meant a lot to her, and it means a lot to me. And I think in the future of this state, as we see reading skills go up of young children, it'll mean a lot to the future of this state as well. But you know, cancer and the after effects and the treatment of it is something that is scary territory. People don't know what to expect, even with the best of physicians. Their prognosis is simply, as we would say, somewhat of educated guesswork. Many people have very, very adverse side effects and consequences from the inclusion of cancer as a part of their life. This center today is designed to do what we as individuals cannot do, and that is to try to find a cure, a prevention, and an effective treatment for this very, very dreaded disease. As I said at the beginning, it is personal. And for all of those researchers and physicians who are working on this very important subject matter, just remember that what you do, even though you may not see the faces of the patients and may not be introduced to their families, what you do and the success of what you do will have huge impacts on them nevertheless. So I am very honored to be with you today. Once again, to thank the Storey family for their very substantial contribution that got this campaign rolling. To all of you who have been here today and will continue to be here to support this endeavor, this is going to be one of those other hallmarks that is going to make Augusta one of the most important cities in the state of Georgia. Thank you for having me today.